for Dr. Quartermain, too, I suppose.
Was it?
Well, yeah, having to sign a second deposition. And, an amended complaint is what they called it, accusing Dr. Weber and Dr. Quartermain of a cover-up.
What do you mean, a cover-up?
They were accused of covering up an unnecessary surgery. Of course, I never believed it for a minute, but it did have a lot of other people really shook.
I'm sure it did.
I mean, it must have been terrible having to answer all of those questions about being alone to plan a cover-up.
You mean the night they operated on Mrs. Kekorian?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I just hope that there aren't any more problems or fights. For your brother and his wife, too.
What kind of fights?
Well, like the one that they had the day that she fell down the stairs at that house. That must have been awful. Hey, maybe they were fighting over the secret you said that she had, huh?
Well, maybe they were. I must say, you have been a veritable fountain of information, Amy. How'd you manage to store it all up for me?
I'm just interested in people, I guess. When we were little, Laura and I used to write poetry. She doesn't do it anymore, but it's still my ambition.
Really?
Do
you write poetry?
Sometimes. And I guess that's why I'm sort of a people watcher. I watch people to see how they feel and what makes them act the way they do. And then I try to remember it all.
Well, you must let me read your poetry sometime.
No, I'm not nearly good enough yet.
When you've got something that you think is good enough, you let me know.
Okay.
You know, you and I can have little chats like this and exchange information. I can give you material for your secret poetry writing, and you can give me... I'm sure you'll think of something.
I can't imagine anything I could give a woman like you, Miss Quartermain.
Perhaps you've given me something very valuable already.
Really? What?
Your friendship. You are my friend, aren't you?
I'd like to think so.
Good. And why don't you start by calling me Tracy like the rest of my friends do?
Okay.
Oh, well, I can certainly try my best. As a matter of fact, I have a fitting with her, an appointment for a fitting for the matron of honor gown.
Well, that doesn't sound exactly like a coincidence. You know, your timing is brilliant.
Thought you might approve.
Never underestimate the deviousness of a woman.
Never try. Really, thank you again. Thank you for everything. I think we're going to win.
Man, we already have one. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
What was that all about?
Collusion.
Collusion?
Mm-hmm. That's something I learned from Zelda. You see, your father and I could be hauled into court on a complaint of collusion. Tracy finds out that while you were down at the courthouse with these depositions, filing them away, she and I are busy having fitting for my matron of honor gown for her wedding.
Do you think she'd go to that much trouble to hurt you?
As far as possible. That's the kind of woman she is.
Oh, speaking of women, I left Amy down there. I better get going because I want to get home early tonight. How's Laura? She went to school today.
Well, maybe that's what she thinks is the best thing to do for her right now. I mean, keep as busy as possible and try to forget what happened.
Well, that's what she said.
Well, you all are ready. I'd like to sit down and talk about group therapy at the rape center.
Well, Gail's already sold me on that idea. It's just, it's Laura, Rick. I don't know if I can get her to agree.
If there's anything I can do to help Scotty, please call.
Monica, maybe I'll take you up on that. Listen, have a good time with your fitting, okay?
Oh, yes, I think it's going to be several hours. I just have this feeling that somehow today I'm not going to be very easy to please.
We'll see you, Scott.
Hey, Rick.
Laura's a very lucky girl. If anybody can help her through all of this, it's going to be Scotty.
He's a nice boy.
He's a nice young man.
Yes, he is. Monica, I could tell when I walked in that you all were talking about something very personal.
Yes, I thought I should talk to him about the night that you and I spent together.
Well, what did you tell him?
Well, I told him that I wasn't ashamed. And that I didn't think you were either.
How'd he take it?
Like the man he really is now. You should be very proud of him, Rick.
Yes, I am. I'm very proud. But I'm still worried about Laura right now.
Has she been able to talk to Leslie about this?
Not really. And not about the actual rape, at least.
Rick, I'd like to talk to Laura. Gail seems to think it might be a good idea. I might be able to help her, but I want to get the okay from you and Leslie.
Monica, maybe you could help.
I really thought that maybe your sister could have helped.
Amy? I don't think Amy can think anywhere past buying new clothes and dating the football players from the university.
I'm so excited.
Alan, let's not finish all the champagne before Monica gets here.
Well, that's all right. I don't want her to have any.
Well, why not? Isn't she the source, the font, the wellspring of this celebration?
What made me think that I had something to do with this all?
Hello. Ah, to you, Monica. And to my grandson. Alan, fill her a cup.
Oh, Edward, thank you, but no thank you. I'm being pure these days.
Oh, darling, we were all saying how very happy we are that you and the baby...
My son.
I beg your pardon, darling. That you and your son are so healthy, and God bless you all.
Oh, Linus, thank you, thank you. I gotta say, I feel very lucky. Tracy, you haven't said anything.
Okay. How about who cares about money at a time like this? I just hope you have a happy, healthy baby.
Thank you.
Tracy, I am proud of the way you're taking this. You've really come of age, I think.
Oh, no. I refuse to age. Let's just say I have occasional lapses of weakness. Monica knows just how occasional they are.
Well, don't worry, darling. You're not going to have to scrub floors or take in laundry. You and your son are still well provided for in my will.
Guess what I just thought of?
What?
What a shame. I can't believe I've done this.
What are you talking about?
I don't know how to apologize to the two of you.
Tracy, are you going to tell us what it is? What?
Well, what are you going to name the baby? Your boy.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you'd want to name him after Daddy, wouldn't you? And I've already done that. I mean, we all call my son Ned, but his name is Edward. Isn't that a pity?
Yes. Yes, it is. But I think that we can come up with a name, don't you?
Oh, I feel quite sure.
Yes, we all have special people we'd like to name our children after.
Speaking of children, when did you say that Ned was coming?
I said that he was coming next week.
Oh, that will be nice. Then he and Mitch will get time to get to know each other.
I just hope they like one another.
Well, Mitch is really looking forward to meeting Ned, and I think he's going to rather like being a father. Now, listen, we all have to drink up and get to our fittings.
Did you and Rick sign the depositions?
Yes. Oh, yes. They are signed and the nightmare is over. And I never want to hear the word deposition again as long as I live.
Please tell me how we can have a hospital ball without at least some disco?
Hope you like it. Well, I don't know why I shouldn't. Everything you do, Tracy, is done with a flair.
And éclat.
An élan. So why should your wedding be an exception?
Well, I do thank you very much. But, ladies, we must get to our fitting, please. Mother, Monica, out. Monica, let me see you later.
Goodbye.
Daddy?
Have a nice
I'll see
time.
you later.
Yes, have a good time.
Alan?
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye, dear. Alan, I feel 20 years younger. A wonderful day.
For me, too, sir. I haven't waited as long for a son as you have for a grandson. A true Quartermain grandson, but it's been long enough.
And worth the wait. Alan, I'd like to tell you something about my will now that, without our women. Don't you think Tracy was a good sport about learning that Monica's going to have a boy?
I do indeed.
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to do anything detrimental to her or to the detriment of her son, but I do want you and Monica to know that there'll be an addition to your inheritance because of the Quartermain grandson that you're both giving to me.
It's very kind of you, sir.
No, it's not kind, Alan, but I am proud. Proud of the Quartermain lineage. My father passed it to me, I will pass it to you, and you will pass it to your son. Am I male chauvinist?
I'm afraid so.
Well, then, so be it. You know, I was raised to look upon this continuity of life and line as a kind of permanence. Immortality, if you will. And there's nothing I can do or want to do about it. For obvious reasons of my health, the idea of your having a son has become more and more important to me in these past weeks. With you, too, I think.
Yes, sir.
Good. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay. Phone call before we go to our fitting. I'll be right back, okay?
Rick, I am most indebted to you. Edward is doing so well, and now this wonderful news about Monica and her son. Well, I know that's going to keep him going for a very long time.
News like that makes me very happy, too.
Congratulations, Monica. It's good to know you're going to have a healthy boy.
Thank you, Anne. Yes, I'm rather pleased about it.
I don't care one bit how you do it. You're the assistant district attorney. Just do it. The depositions were signed today. They may already be filed.
Oh, fine. I'll just drop the whole campaign, right? So you can go get the number of the Kekorian case. A district attorney reopens Kekorian case. I can just see the headlines now. That's terrific.
Just be quiet and listen to me. Monica is healthy. Not only that, her baby is healthy. Not only that, it's a boy.
Oh.
Somehow I thought that might make my point.
Oh, are you sure?
Oh, you bet I'm sure. I'm at the hospital now. We've just been celebrating the kid's sex.
It's bad news.
That's a brilliant comment.
Oh, yeah, well, what do you expect me to say?
Nothing. I just expect you to listen to me. I have to read those depositions. It's the only way I can fight for Ned and us. Mitch, there's something shocking buried in there, and I know it. I have this feeling that everyone is covering up something.
Yeah.
Amy Vining has blabbed a lot to me. Nobody else will talk about anything. Whether it's Monica's fall after her quarrel with my brother, or Scotty's fight with Rick the night they found out Kekorian was lying about his wife's heart, or what happened between Rick and Monica the night of surgery. But I know that something sticky happened that night, and I'm going to find out what it is from their depositions.
Listen, I'm going to file the depositions. I'll meet you in here. No, Amy, you go down to the Social Security office down there. You have your forms.
Yeah, they're right here in my purse. Well, I'll just go and do whatever it is I have to do, and I'll get back just as fast as I can. Okay.
Take your time.
Okay. PC 75304. I'll know soon. I'll be able to read about Rick and Monica at night.